welcome back to my channel At Home With Beth, where I post video tutorials each week on anything from cooking and baking to woodworking and crafts. So make sure that you like and subscribe so that you don't miss any of the future videos. Today I'm going to show you how to make this really cute set of Farmhouse mason jars. I'll go through the whole process with you from painting and distressing and show you everything that I've used here. And I'm going to show you how to make this whole set for just under $6. So make sure that you give me a thumbs up if you like the video, and I hope you enjoy. Okay guys, today we're going to be painting these mason jars that I actually thrifted at the thrift store. I think I got them for like 89 cents a piece, and they're the nice big tall ones. So I'm going to paint these so that I can kind of put them around my house with some flowers and stuff. I got about 4 or 5 of the big ones, and then I got 2 of the small ones, and I'm going to actually make some wall sconces in another video and show you guys how to do that as well. I think I might use the smaller ones for the wall sconces, but I'm not 100% yet, so we'll see. But for right now, I'm just going to paint these. So I've got some chalk paint here, Waverly, and then I'm going to use this multi-surface for my gray. It's like Apple Barrel makes it, but it's for multi-surfaces, so you can do it on glass, wood, different kinds of stuff. It actually says dishwasher safe, but I'm not going to attempt that. So for this white chalk paint here, I don't want these to be white. I actually just want neutral colors. So I really liked this color, this light mocha color. So I'm just going to mix a little bit of this with the white so that I can get this color but still have the chalky, the help of the chalk paint to kind of stick to this glass, because this is just basic acrylic paint. And then for this gray, it's actually a little darker than I like, so I'm going to add a little bit of the white to it to try to get it a little bit more neutral. So just to get started, we actually just start off with some rubbing alcohol and a lint-free cloth here. And you really just want to I've already washed these, but now you're just going to kind of go over it with some rubbing alcohol. You just want it to be as clean as possible from any kind of anything. That way your paint's going to stick to it much better that way. So we're just going to give these a quick rub down with this rubbing alcohol before we get started. Get all your edges and everything like that. Now I'm only going to do the outside. I'm not going to be painting the inside. Some people like to paint the inside. It doesn't matter to me because I'm just going to be putting fake flowers in these. Although sometimes I might put some fresh cut flowers in there. So best for me to leave it unpainted, I guess. That way if I do put water in there with some flowers, it doesn't take off all that paint. So let's just finish this and get all your edges on it and get where I had my fingerprints there. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and get started. I like to just work on top of the bag that I cut up so that I don't get this all over my nice farmhouse table that I made. I actually made this table, and I love it. It's one of my favorite pieces. It's really, really not perfect. There's a lot of imperfections, but I really love it that way. So I actually painted on it with myself, the kids, and really let us just beat it up because it gives it more authentic look, I feel, the more we use it. Plus I really like that we have, you know, a table that we can really use and that I don't feel afraid to, you know, if we spill something or, you know, it's not that big of a deal. So it's nice, but I do whenever I'm painting now because we definitely gave this a beating. So now I kind of tend to work over top of the bag. Just makes it a little more protected. Sometimes it goes off the bag and it's still no big deal. So I'm just going to put a little bit of that chalk paint on there and that is going to be what I mix. So I'm just using one of these little chip brushy things. That's not what these are called. What are these called? Just these foam brushes, these little craft brushes. And you can get them for really cheap. I get them usually in like a big bag and just work with it that way. That way I'm super lazy with cleanup, so that way I can just throw them away when I'm done and I don't have to worry about cleaning up anything at the end. So I do want this to be a pretty light gray. So I'll know it when I see it. So I'm just going to keep adding some white until I get there. But it's actually almost perfect. I'm just going to put a little bit more white in there. I just want these to be really pretty, neutral, completely neutral colors, just so that I can have them anywhere in the house and they'll match any part of my decor in any part of the house. So I like this shade right here of gray, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. I don't think I got enough of it mixed up here, so I'll probably have to get some more mixed up here soon, but we'll get started and see where we're at. So let's see how I like it. Yeah, that's perfect. I just want it to be not quite white, but just really neutral. And I don't want everything in my house to be white. I feel like a lot of times when I'm painting, everything ends up white because it's neutral, it's pretty, it's light, it's farmhousey, and I end up painting everything white, and then I look around and there's no colors anywhere. So just want to make sure I'm getting some colors where I can. Just mostly in like the little accent pieces makes it the easiest, I think. So make sure you go all the way down and just paint right over top of these little designs, because whenever we distress it later, some of that can show through. That looks really pretty. And I'm just going to go all the way around. And you can see how nice this gray, this paint, this multi-surface paint, you can see how well it sticks to this glass. I'm going to do a couple coats on it, but it really does have really nice coverage with just the one even. So depending on what kind of look you're going for, you can determine how many coats you do. I do want it to be pretty covered, so I'm going to do a few. And I'm going to get all the way around this top as well. And I just slather this on there. I'm not easy with it. I'm not precise. It is kind of hard for me because I tend to do things. I'm a perfectionist in a lot of ways. So sometimes craft projects like this are hard because I'll sit there and, you know, hold it up to the light and see if there's any missing pieces that I can get again. But I think for the most part, we're pretty covered there. So that's the gray one. And then I'm going to go ahead and get myself a new paintbrush here, and I'm going to do my brown one as well. So, okay, so I'm going to work on our brown one now. So I'm going to add a little bit of that white chalk paint to this brown color that I like. And I'm okay if a little bit of this gray gets in there too, because it'll just kind of add a little bit more neutral graying to my brown. So I might even mix a little bit of that in there. Let's see what that does. I really like how this shade is turning out. It's just a nice neutral khaki color, and we're about good. So got that pretty well mixed. Now I'm just going to paint this one. And again, whenever you are painting, don't worry about these words or designs or markings, because those will be the places that we distress whenever we're all done. And these look really cute on your hutch or on your coffee bar or on a nightstand next to your bed. It just really pulls in a little bit of not only the farmhouse look for cheap, especially if you get these thrifted. So not only your farmhouse look, but it just also brings in a nice bit of color, a little bit of greenery. You can, fill these with anything. You can put flowers in here, or you can just put greens. So it just brings in a little bit more color to a room that might need a little bit of something extra, which mine always seem to need something extra. I always feel like there's something missing. Even when I'm done working on a room and I've completed it, I always look around and I feel like there's just always something missing. It's usually because there's no greenery or anything flowery in that room. And I don't like a lot of colors. I like to stick with things pretty neutral. So whenever I talk about flowers, I usually stick with something white or just some greenery, just something green, like a box wreath type or a eucalyptus leaf, something like that. Just some greens that we can stick inside of here. So I'm going to go ahead and give each of those 1 to 2 more coats depending on how it looks, and then I will go over the distressing technique with you. Okay, so those have dried. I put 2 coats on. They probably could have used 3. There are a couple places where if I look from the inside I can see it peeking through a little bit, but I'm okay with that. I'm good. They're just going to be holding some flowers anyway, so not a big deal. I'm not selling this one, so it's just for me, so I'm okay with it peeking a little bit through the glass. I actually went ahead and painted another one white so I could have a group of 3, and then I think I might make a tutorial here coming up for like a little box to put them in on the farmhouse table. So we'll see. I'll see if I want to do that or not, or if I'd rather just have them kind of sporadically placed throughout the house. So I'm not 100% sure, but stay tuned because that tutorial might be coming up if I decide to go that route. So all I'm going to do is distress, and then I'm going to get some twine, and we're going to do some wrapping around the top and attaching that. First, the distressing. So I'm going to go ahead on the word ball here, and I just have a sanding block. I've used it a million times, so it's not new. I'm just going to gently kind of go over some of that wording. And you can do as much or as little as you want. I don't want a whole lot, but I do want some of those letters to kind of peek through a little bit. So something like that is what I like. And then you could just go along all the little areas that are raised with words. You don't have to do the whole word, you could just do little areas, it's up to you. And I'm just going to go a little bit here and a little bit there and kind of see what I like as I go. A little bit on this side. This side's not my favorite. I prefer the ones that don't have this, but this is what the thrift store had, so I will use it. And we'll go ahead and get this one down here. Okay, so I like that one like that. Make it a little bit more here on that word. And that is really cute. It's going to look really good with some flowers in there. I'm really excited. I don't know, I think I might want to put them in a little like planter box. which is really easy to make. I've made those before too. So that's a really simple tutorial I might put up for you guys. Even if I don't go that route, I might just put one up for you guys anyway. It's really easy, really inexpensive. Doesn't take a lot of tools, nothing crazy. Even if you don't have any tools, you can actually just have Home Depot cut it down for you. And then that actually you could do with just a hammer and nails if that's all you had. So I'll use my air nailer, but you don't have to have that. So it's a really simple project, just a basic box, and that'll look really cute with all of these in these neutral colors here. So I might go that route. Just do a little bit more distressing there. I like that one there. All right. So my white one is still a little bit, I did that one last, so I'm going to give that one some more time. So I'll go ahead and move on to the twine here and show you that. So you can put as much or as little of this on as you like. I just want a little bit here to kind of wrap around a few times. And then I'm just going to seal it with some hot glue, or you could use craft glue, the E6000 glue. I try to avoid that. Oops, dropped it. Try to avoid that when I'm in the house without a mask or anything, because it is kind of strong. It's not good to breathe that in, but hot glue is good. And I'll probably just do like that, and then attach it with some hot glue in the back. So I think I might just go up here a little bit too. And as I was talking, I just kind of tucked in my first piece. I kind of wrapped over top of it. I don't know if you can see that there, but I just kind of tucked it over and kept going around. And then once I have this looking the way that I want it to look, which is right about there, I'm going to go ahead and just snip it. And then I'll actually hot glue that a little bit later whenever I'm ready to finish these. So I'll just hot glue that down like that. And then I might even add a little bow on there. I'm not sure. I kind of like it as is. I don't want it to be too frilly, but you never know. I might change my mind once I see it at the end here. So sometimes that happens. So I'm just going to do the same thing to this one. I'm going to wrap this around, and I tucked in my end there at the back. And we're just going to keep wrapping. I love these colors. I love how this turned out. Really, really just wanted some really nice neutral coloring that I could put anywhere in my house, and I don't have to worry about if it is going to clash with anything. Not all of my rooms are completely decorated yet the way that I want them to be, because it is taking me some time to get everything perfect, as well as to find all my pieces, because I am pretty set on thrifting a bunch of my pieces and refinishing them. I love the look of old furniture, and you know, you just can't buy it like that anymore. So I'd rather just purchase what I like from, you know, antique stores or even thrift stores, yard sales, and just find it that way, and then just refinish it the way that I want to. If it's not the right color of wood that I want to keep, then I'll just paint it down whatever color I like. So I'm really pretty set on doing it that way. So because I am set on doing it that way, I haven't found all my pieces yet. You have to be patient whenever you're thrifting, because you never know when something good will come up, and sometimes something good doesn't come up exactly what you want for quite a while. So I am waiting patiently for a few pieces that I have in mind, and then whenever I find those, I will show you guys what I am going to be doing with those. So here's these two, and they're done. I'm just going to seal that down with some hot glue, and then whenever this one dries, I'm going to do the same exact process. I'm going to distress it, add a little bit of twine around it, and then I will show you guys what they look like after I get some flowers in here, and then hopefully a future tutorial on a little planter box to put these in the center of the farmhouse table. So let me get some flowers in here after I seal that down with some hot glue, and I will show you the end result. Guys, these turned out so cute. I'm so excited. Can't wait to get them up on my hutch. Can't wait to start decorating with them, and I can't wait to start playing around and seeing if I'm gonna build a box to put them in on the table. So all I did here at the end was I went ahead and hot glued my twine down, and then I went ahead and added some of the flowers in here. So these are from the dollar store. So each vase here has one stem from the dollar store. So each of the flowers cost $1. So that cost me $3 in flowers, and then plus each of these were about 89 cents. And then I had the paint and I had the twine on hand already, but even if I had to buy those, that wouldn't have been a huge cost. So this is a really inexpensive project and a fun one too, and it was fast. So it wasn't something that was really time consuming. You could definitely knock this out in a weekend afternoon on a Saturday or something while the kids are napping. So this is a cute one, and let's get them up on the hutch and see the final product. So there they are, guys, up there on my corner hutch, and they look great, as well as my farmhouse sign that is in a tutorial that I will be posting as well. So check the link below if you haven't seen that tutorial, and make sure that you like and subscribe and share so that you don't miss any of the future tutorials. Feel free to drop me a comment if you have any questions, or let me know what you guys want to see next. Thanks, see you next time.